Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. Got the 42 on the block. Okay, today we're going to be installing what I call the ultimate upgrade system for this boat. Okay, we're going to be throwing in the Castle Creations XLX2 Hydra, a TP Power 4060 V1 1520 3Y wind, SRD 8600s, upgraded coupler, 8mm to .250. Qs8 8mm bullets. Okay, we're going to throw all that in the boat. I'm going to do like a quick install because I want to get this thing on the water. Weather permitting, we'll go to the speed run spot. If not, we're going to the park pond. Stick around. Big B with Ironclad RC. Yes, sir, buddy. Okay, I did the unboxing and kind of went over the electronics in the previous video. Okay, this electronics package, it's not for everybody. Okay, this is my speedrun build. Okay, my ironclad speedrun build. Okay, it's not even my first choice for motor. This is the V1. I would have went with a CM motor, but it should do the trick. Okay, it's 8S capable, 1520 kV. All right, now it's got an 8mm shaft. Okay, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing. I had to upgrade the coupler. Now this coupler actually is rebuildable, replaceable. You can actually pull the inside out. Okay, if this wears out, you can buy a replacement and replace it. I got this from ZIPP kits. Everything else was kind of from OSE. If you guys are going to use my links in the description, the ESC, it'll take you to Horizon Hobby. I have an affiliate with them. Okay, SRD 8600 250C speed run and drag packs. Okay, that's what we're going to be running in the boat with this setup. I think it's going to be 100+ mile/hour setup in this Blackjack 42. We should be able to bash the boat with that 1520 kV. The boat actually came with a 1350 kV motor. I went up in kV a little bit. Hopefully I can run some bigger props in this boat with that motor. You know, I racked my mind. I literally racked my mind picking kV out on this boat for like 2 months before I pulled the trigger. Okay, the coupler, it's much longer than the stock coupler by quite a bit. Okay, so we're gonna have to cut the stuffing tube basically right here where my fingernail's at, almost in line with the stuffing tube mount. Okay, that should accommodate our coupler and give us plenty of room to unscrew it. Okay, so I took my motor mount out so I can actually cut my stuffing tube. I got a bunch of these discs because they break easy, so I figured it would be easier just to pull my motor mount out because my stuffing tube is actually glued into the boat. I'm running a smaller stuffing tube with no liner on this cable, so yeah, I'm just gonna cut it. I'm madder than a moose in a bar fight, boy. Oh my god, oh my god. Those discs right there, these cheap ass Dremel discs, kept breaking when I would go to cut this brass tube. So I used a hacksaw blade. Okay, I got that little bit of brass cut off there. Boom. Okay, I think that's going to be perfect. So now I'm going to take my mount back out and just going to kind of clean up my cut. I'm actually going to take a piece of paper towel, run it through my stuffing tube so I don't have any brass shavings in there. Okay, then we'll work on something else. So I got my motor mount back in. I got the coupler motor sitting up here. That's going to work pretty good. Okay, I'll probably run it somewhere in there, and that should give me plenty of room to unscrew it. I got the 8mm castles soldered up, turned out pretty good. I got my Q8s soldered up. I went with a short series wire just to kind of keep the wire run to a minimum. You know, this is a real wide boat. I probably should have went with a longer jumper, and I was contemplating cutting these down a little bit shorter with a long center, but I went with a short center, series connection, long wires. What I may do in the future is cut these wires down to about right there, make a series connection out of this, and then make another whole new series connection for this, because I actually need a series connection for a couple boats. I'm going to install the included water nipples on my Hydra. These are the small inside diameter hole. I'm gonna install a larger diameter hole for more flow. You guys know I like my flow. I was about to mount up this motor, or I was prepping it up. There's a 3mm mounting screw for the stock motor, and that's a bummer that this one only has 2.5. Any other, well, actually, you know what, my old V1 motor, yeah, it was 2.5. I think the CM motor I had, that 1900 kV 4060 CM motor I blew up in the boat, it had 3mm. And my old V1 4060 I have in my UL19, these screws stripped out, and I actually took this end cap off and tapped a new 3mm hole. I am about tempted to put a 3mm screw on this, tap it in there. Okay, I'm glad I caught this. I was about to push my cable in, so I put a piece of paper towel in my strut right here, and I'm gonna use this old piece of cable and clean out all that freaking, yeah, look at all that freaking brass dust that would have been on my cable. Oh man, oh, that would have been terrible. Look at all that. Jeez, I'm glad I freaking remembered that, boy. Woo. Okay. So the water jacket is gonna work for the shim. I got it pushed forward, so it's the bottom of the water jacket's sitting on the edge of this motor mount. Okay, so that's gonna shim it up there, and I think I'm gonna, I really don't want to, but I'm gonna throw this top mount right there, because it's hitting those two screws on the end bell, you know, holding the end bell on, and that's just gonna kind of keep the motor in place. If we have a hard crash, it's not gonna keep, like, let the motor like fly up. I got it tightened down on the motor mount, and I was afraid that larger jacket, which it's about the same size as the previous jacket, but I was afraid it was gonna mess up my angle to my shaft. But it looks like it's the same angle. It's dead nut center right here, you know. I don't have my coupler tightened down. I'm just like dry fitting everything, feeling it out. But yeah, it's dead center. It's dead nut center. So just eyeing it, you know. So that's gonna work. That's actually gonna work. Basically gonna set it right here. I really don't want it touching my motor, so I'm gonna slide it forward on my ESC mount, like right there, so I have a little room in between the ESC motor and all that good stuff. Okay, I had to add a piece of cooling line, well, a piece of brass tube in my cooling line right here. It's about 1 inch long, so I could splice in another cooling line. If you have to do that, just make sure the brass tube you use is a larger diameter than the inside diameter of your cooling line, so you don't restrict any type of flow mid-run. Okay. That's going in the ESC. It don't matter. It don't matter which one goes in and which one goes out of your ESC. It's gonna get flow either way. So sounds good. D-U-N, duh. Alright, so first thing you guys notice is I changed the water jacket out. This is a 50 long that came with the motor. Who's going to pass up a free freaking water jacket, right? So I took the short jacket off and put a 70 long on there. A little more cooling. Okay, this would probably work, but it would be a lot of real estate on the motor not being cooled down. By the way, there was no modifications to the motor mount at all for this install. The only major modification I did on my boat was cutting the stuffing tube down for this larger collet. Okay, it's a big collet. It's 8mm .50. It's a big manly collet, you know what I'm saying? So I actually got the grease catch to work in here. Okay, I took a drum sander right there and dremeled out the forward, oh, where'd it go? The forward part of my grease catch. See that? I dremeled that out a little bit larger, and it works perfect. The back, I had it's stock, so we're going to install that before I run to catch the grease. I really like the way it looks without the grease catch. That big coupler, it looks good, but just to, and this boat has got this inner like brace, and it's just a bitch cleaning up and stuff. So got the ESC mounted up, okay, in and out, in and out. All right, 8mm cooling line, inside diameter or outside diameter. I got cooling line on my bullets for heat sink. Okay, this stuff's retardant to heat. I heated it up with a blowtorch, and it didn't disform, discolor, disshape the tube. So I was like, well, damn, I'm gonna stretch it onto my bullets, and it was a bitch to stretch out and put on, but it looks cool. The whole reason I did it is, you know, this is a high current draw, high output setup with a big boat. We're gonna be running some big props, like pushing the boundaries. And you know, if these wires, the 8mm bullets, were to heat up and liquefy the solder won't run out the bullet into the female bullet built into the ESC. Last thing I want to do is like freaking solder one of my bullets into this ESC. I seen a couple guys online had a hard time with that, you know, so I was trying to catch it before it happened type deal. It's so tough getting these on. I actually messed up, like wore my sheath out and accidentally pulled the stock green freaking heatsink off trying to get this thing on. That was the first one I did. It was yeah, you're gonna have to take a shot or two or drink a beer before you start that, but it works. It actually looks really cool. All right, and that's pretty much it. I double protection on my cooling lines. I had one pop off and blew a TP motor, so on a high-speed run. So I used a slither of cooling line backed up with a zip tie on all my cooling lines in the boat. If I run in brackish water, if one blew off, I would fill my boat up with water. I don't want that. I did the same thing on the rudder. Okay, so running the standard size servo SR515 with the antenna run through the antenna tube, not going through the hull. Get plenty of reception. It's fine. All right, I'll see you guys at the pond. We're gonna run a 642. 642. We're not going to the speed run spot. It's windy. I'll see you at the pond. GPS in there, taped up. I need to check for water leaks. You know, this is what I do with all my boats. I run them here because at the speed run spot it's brackish water, so I kind of run them here. I fill them out. I tune them here at the park pond. I get them ready. I got about 4 boats ready for the freaking speed run spot. All right, here we go. Like I said, this is not my first rip, but it's like it's going to be my first time running the boat, like the whole pack. We just did 2 passes and it looked good, so let's get it. Yes, sir. I've never run this prop on the boat, and it kind of seems like it's a good prop. Let me check the camera, make sure you guys are zoomed in. Yeah, it kind of seems like a good prop, this Octura 645. Damn, bad out of hell. All right, I'm gonna do one more pass. We're gonna check temps. Actually, maybe 2 more passes. Wow. Yeah, one more pass, we'll check temps. Anytime you put new electronics in your boat, you know, keep an eye on the electronics. Check your temps every minute or 2, especially putting new props on the boat like I am. I've never run this prop. Just make sure you check everything, temps and everything. Oh, she wanted to pick up. Prop's got a little bit of lift. Okay. All right, no smoke. Come on, baby. Be ironclad for Big Daddy B. Be ironclad for Big Daddy B, baby. Come on, baby. Where's the freaking GPS at? Alright, let's check temps. I'll get the GPS in a minute. Oh, yes. 101, 104, 101, 96, 87 on the ESC, wires, 109, 108, 101, ESC motor wires, 93, 85, 107. So I put this long jacket on. The motor come with a short jacket, so if you guys are getting this motor, I would recommend putting the long jacket on, not the short jacket. Damn, 68 in the little pond. Damn, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Everything looks good. All my worrying, all my freaking hard thinking and calculating and oh, it looks like it's paying off, man. Oh yes, let me check the battery voltage, because I did kind of do 2 rips before this video getting the Dominator. So let me just check these real quick, see what kind of discharge and load this thing's carrying here. Okay, so 15.4, 388, 388, 389. So they're basically discharged. I'm gonna go ahead, throw it in the water, but I hate to burn this one up right off the get, you know. Now that's a drag boat. This one's faster than the drag boat in here. That's hard to beat. Golly. Now the stock motor, the motor don't even need to be changed out, you guys. If y'all put the XLX2 in this boat with the stock motor, you're gonna have a boss setup, man. I'm not even kidding. You can run with the XLX2 in this boat, the stock motor, you can run 50, 51, 52 millimeter props with no problem. You don't even need to change the motor out. I've been like trying to, I mean, you guys know me. XLX2 in this boat's awesome, stock motor. Thing's fast as all get out. I cannot wait to get this thing to the speed run spot. Oh man, 60 knots and no smoke, baby. Hell, a couple more mile an hour, I'll have 70 mile an hour in this little short pond. Pin. All right, let's check it. Let's check it. That's let's see if we got 70. I felt like I freaking held it there for a second. Oh shit, boy. Oh man, I'm having too much fun, you guys. All right, that was like five passes back to back. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's see if old Pete the Magic Dragon's in here. Yes. 72 miles an hour in the small pond, huh? Holy freaking shit, boy. Oh man, I'm tickled to death, boy. You're tickled to death. 72 in the little pond. hell, 73 was my PB with the whole stock boat for like a whole year, man. Hell, it took an act of Congress trying to get 74. Jeez. 99. So this side of the speed control is really hot. Check this out. So this side, 103, it was 120 a while ago, 190, well, 95. 77 on this side, where the ESC wires are, and that's good. 93, I got the extra large nipples on here. It comes with 2 different nipples to see how this side's hotter. 93, this side here, 76. Okay, motor, 99, 102. Oh, I just got back from a maiden. 72, 73 in the park pond. That's absolute beast mode, son. The full maiden's coming out in the next video. I just wanted to give you guys a little taste you know, the full maiden at the park pond anyway. And then we're going to go to the speed run. I think I got some pretty weather coming here shortly. Yeah, it's an upgrade. It's the ultimate upgrade. We'll see you guys next time. Big B with Ironclad RC.